Today we'll be talking about buydowns for mortgage loans. This is Mortgage Buydown 101. I'm Darrell Schwandt with Key Mortgage Experts, and we're going to be talking about buydowns today. Today we'll be going over the 5 different questions people have about buydowns. Number 1, what is a buydown? Number 2, how does it work? Number 3, how much does it cost? Number 4, who's going to pay for it? And number 5, which one is right for you? Now let's get started with some ground rules regarding buydowns. Number 1, they can only be used on purchase transactions. So if you're looking at doing a refinance, then this isn't the right program for you. Number 2, they are not free. So when you see how great they are, remember, someone has to pay for it. The lower rate in payment cannot help you qualify for a bigger home. What that means is you're going to qualify at the fully amortized rate or the actual rate. Number 4, they can be used with conventional FHA or VA loans, and some buydowns can be used with some jumbo loans, but not all. They're generally used with a 30-year fixed loan. However, they can be used with an adjustable rate mortgage or a shorter term loan. Number 6, yep, I'm a rounder. What that means is I like to round off numbers, so when you see me rounding all the numbers, I'm doing it just because it's easier. So let's get started. I brought along a whiteboard just so you can understand what a buydown is. To make it easier, we're going to use a real-life example. Our example will be buying a home with a purchase price of $500,000, putting 20% down to give you a loan amount of $400,000 and an interest rate of 7.5% on a conventional 30-year fixed rate loan. Remember, I'm not quoting a rate, this is just an example. Now there are 4 different types of buydowns you can do that last between 1 and 3 years. The 1-to-0 buydown is the easiest to understand because you're only buying down the rate for 1 year. So we're going to start with that one. Here's a calculator for the 1-to-0 buydown. Remember, our loan amount is $400,000. It's a 30-year fixed rate loan at 7.5%. That means if you don't do a buydown, your payment would be $2,800 per month. Now looking at the calculator, in year 1 we buy down the rate from 7.5 to 6.5%. And look what happens to your payment. Your payment drops by $270 per month. That means you can enjoy a payment that is $270 per month less for 12 months. And then it goes up to the final payment. Over a year's time, that subsidy will add up to $3,200. Since there is no such thing as a free lunch, someone's going to have to pay the $3,200 for you to do a buydown. But who's going to do that? For now, let's just say it's Buddy the dog. Now, I realize he's a dog and he doesn't have any money, but this is just an example. Let's write it on the whiteboard. A 1-to-0 buydown allows you to lower your payment by $270 per month for 12 months, and that's at a cost of $3,200. Now, $3,200 is 0.64% of the purchase price, or as we say, 0.64 points. We will come back to why that is important in just a minute. Let's move on to the 1-to-1 buydown. Again, it's the exact same loan parameters. Looking at the 1-to-1 buydown calculator, you will see the payment is still the same in year 1, but instead of getting the lower payment for 1 year, you get it for 2 years. 1-to-1 means that you get 1 point lower in year 1 and 2, so you can enjoy the same low payment for 2 years. That also means the amount of the subsidy has doubled. Instead of $3,200, it's now $6,400. Let's write this on the whiteboard. A 1-to-1 buydown allows you to lower your payment by $270 a month for 24 months at a cost of $6,400. And $6,400 is 1.28% of the purchase price, or 1.28 points. Again, I will let you know why that's important in just a minute. The third buydown option is the 2-to-1 buydown. This has always been the most popular buydown because it starts with a really low payment and gradually steps up to a final payment over 2 years. Let's take a look at the calculator. Again, it has the exact same loan parameters. In year 1, your payment starts 2% lower, so you will enjoy a payment that is $525 per month less in 1 year. That subsidy costs $6,300 per year. Then, in year 2, the payment is $270 per month less at a cost of $3,200. Add the 2 together, and now you're at a $9,500 amount for the subsidy. Let's write this on the whiteboard. A 2-to-1 buydown allows you to lower your payment by $525 per month for 12 months. then $270 per month for 12 more months at a cost of $9,500. $9,500 is 1.9% of the purchase price, and that to us means 1.9 points. The fourth buydown option is the 3-2-1 buydown. This one is new and it's hard to do because it's so expensive. Let's take a look at the calculator. Same loan parameters in year one, your payment starts 3% lower, so you'll enjoy a payment that is $770 less for 1 year. That subsidy costs $9,200 per year. Then in year two, the payment is $525 per month less at a cost of $6,300, and in year three, the payment is $270 less at a cost of $3,200. Add them all together and you need $19,000 for that subsidy. I think Buddy is starting to freak out right now. Let's add this to the whiteboard. A 3-2-1 buydown allows you to lower your payment by $770 per month for 12 months, then $525 per month for 12 more months, and in year three, it's $270 per month less. Total is $19,000. $19,000 is 3.45% of the purchase price, or 3.45 points. Ouch. Now you can see why it's so expensive, and that's because it is. Looking at our whiteboard, I think you can see I've answered our first three questions. What is a buydown, how does it work, and how much does it cost? Now we still have to answer the last two questions, and that is, who's going to pay for it, and which one is right for you? There are two people in the transaction that will pay for a buydown for you to enjoy a lower payment. Unfortunately, Buddy the dog is not one of them. He's just not going to do it. That means it's up to either you or the seller to pay for it. Now, it's okay for you to just pay for your own buydown. However, most people that are buying a home barely have enough for their down payment, much less an extra $3,000 or $6,000 or $10,000 to pay for a buydown. So in most cases, that leaves it up to the seller. A seller is usually willing to pay for a buydown if that means you'll buy their home. Now what happens is the realtor will work with me to figure out what your needs are. Then your realtor will work with the listing agent to see what the seller is willing to do. After that, your agent will write language into the contract for the seller to pay for a certain amount of the buydown. Going back to the whiteboard, you'll notice your buydown options come with a price tag. Agents and sellers will view it in one of two ways. Either they'll pay a percentage of the purchase price, like 1 or 2 points, or they will just set it as a dollar amount, like a cap of $10,000. Every seller is different as to the way in which they view it. Just because the market is slow doesn't mean people are desperate to sell their home. Your realtor will have great advice for you as to how much a seller is willing to chip in for you. 2 years ago, that amount was $0. Last year, it was common to see $10,000, and this year, it's just on a case-by-case basis. Now, when I talk to individuals, couples, or families about their home buying needs, I've discovered a few things. The first is most people qualify for more than what they're comfortable with. They appreciate that someone's willing to give them a truckload of money, but they're just not sure how they're going to pay it back. Second, most people agree that they will make more money next year and the year after, so if they can get in, their house payment will become easier to afford. Third is most people think interest rates will be lower in 2 years compared to what they are now. So if they can get by with a lower payment now, then they can get the lower payment fixed in at a later date with a simple refinance. 4, home prices have gone up 6.5% per year every year for the past 30 years. So waiting to buy a home until you're comfortable is not the best idea. This year, if you were to buy the home for $500,000, then next year you'll be buying it for $535,000. So if you didn't think you liked the payment this year, you're definitely not going to like it next year. Do It a Buydown is a great way to help accomplish your goals now and at a payment that you can live with. Now that you understand how they work, you can feel comfortable asking for them. I hope you enjoyed Mortgage Buydown 101. If you like what you saw, please like it. Every day we post videos with the rate of the day. If you subscribe or follow, then you can get notifications on the direction rates are going and exactly what our interest rates are. I'm Darrell Schwandt with Key Mortgage Experts. If you have further questions, my contact information is on the screen and in the description. Call or email me if you want me to become your loan officer or if you just want to discuss your scenario. I look forward to hearing from you soon.